The biggest question I have after watching this whole video is why didn't they let Homeboy from the Cowboy Carter concert speak?
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck
on. What's going on, you all? 20 black conservatives versus one black radical. And the radical is Amanda Seales. My God, a snapping turtle. How y'all feeling today? I just got a chance to watch an hour and 30 minutes of foolishness, so you don't have to. So Jubilee, who is really doing all in their power to exploit black folks' trauma and all of the things that we are experiencing right now under this administration for content. Like, they are full steam ahead, girl. Their head is straight to the Gilded Age with this content that they're making. And to bring black folks back to watching Jubilee, they got the number one troll, the number one, I want the attention, I want to speak, it's my time, Amanda Seales. They did their big one. Jubilee won. Jubilee won with this one. I'm not even gonna hold you, because the way this ain't been out 48 hours. It's been what, 24 hours or something? I don't know how long it's been out. The conversation has been taken over social media. Like, I do not watch Jubilee. I've stopped watching Jubilee a while back. I said, oh, this is what they're doing. They're not really interested in having conversations. This is just rage bait. And I'm not interested in that. Now, let me say this. Considering where we are headed right now, the political climate, we need more black radical theory more than ever. Like, we need more media. We need to educate our black folks. We need to get them up on game, because watching this, I'm like, oh my God, y'all really hate yourselves. Like, it's in different areas. This is some homemade. This is homemade. Like, when that black boy from Maine started talking and said he got two black parents, I was like, girl, ask the question. She asked and he answered. I was not surprised. That needs to be a conversation, because you do see a lot of very conservative immigrants. When they leave their countries and come to the U.S., they be very conservative. And that's not just like black immigrants. That's all of them, like Asian immigrants, like all of them, like the exceptionalism that jumps out, like, my God. And you know what? It's not really their fault. It's colonialism tied to the U.S. empire, all of the things. My God. But watching this conversation, let me just say, I can't believe I got through that hour and a half. Like, y'all owe me something. Y'all need to be out here buying me Dutch ovens or something. Like, because the way y'all said, Justin, we want to know your thoughts. Portia, we want to answer. Y'all remember when Nene Leakes asked Portia that messy question about dating a bisexual man? Portia, we waiting on the answer. Pillow Talk is one of the most iconic episodes on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Don't disrespect the Queen Nene, but this was Pillow Talk, but no pillows. You know what? Yes, it was, because this was a pillow fight. And Amanda Seales was the only person with a pillow. Like, the way she was whacking these black men, like, Amanda Seales is very attention-seeking. She's self-centered, all of these things. She does be right. I'm not going to lie. She does be right 70% of the time. I don't think, when it comes to Amanda Seales, I don't consider her radical. I'm going to be complete. If Amanda Seales is radical, like, what? For the most part, Amanda Seales, I don't really care for her that much. I think she definitely owes Samira Rice's mother an apology for that foolishness that she displayed and she was doing to get attention. Like, Amanda Seales loves attention. And I honestly am starting to believe that love is dangerous. People will do anything and everything for love. And Amanda Seales wants attention more than anything else. So I'm not surprised that she went on this very platform that just got called out for having a bunch of fascists talking and arguing. Like, gave them all platforms. Like, all of them got platforms. None of them were upset about being called this thing. They said, huh? I don't care. So Jubilee had to do something. They had to do something. They said, girl, let's go. Amanda Seals could not wait, baby. She could not wait. She was just so happy. The way the first couple in, she was just foaming at the mouth, ready. And I think that's scary to me. I'm interested in folks coming into conversations in a very genuine, authentic manner. And I did not see that with Amanda Seals. Like the first couple of minutes of her just being very thirsty for the attention, it just turned me off. And I know some of y'all gonna be like, well, she ate them up. She ate them. Yes, she did ate them up. And it wasn't nothing to really eat because those black conservatives were not prepared for Amanda Seals. Like, these were just 20 self-hating, well, only 6 or 7 of them really got to speak. Poor homegirl who was pregnant, she couldn't run to save her life, girl. Y'all was playing musical chairs with black raccoons. I'm not interested. I'm just not interested. Like, I'm not going to be sitting here debating with these folks who clearly don't like black folks. Clearly do not like black folks. They are leading with that I don't like black people. I'm black, but I also don't like black folks. Black folks are annoying. Every time these folks spoke, all you heard was them speak on black folks in third person. And that hit me as a person who used to not like black folks, who had to do their own work of unpacking anti-blackness, internalized anti-blackness. My God, watching them and how deep. I'm so thankful for my community and people around me, because that could have been me. That could have been me. Like, you had these folks debating these very serious topics that I felt like we have moved on. The conversations about reparations. Yes, black folks are definitely deserving of reparations. And all you heard was anti-black rhetoric on top of anti-black rhetoric. Oh, well, what makes you think that they owe some money? They ain't doing nothing but twerking at the house on the games, and they ain't doing nothing but... I'm like, what are we talking about? Is that every black person? So you had 4 topics and 4 claims that Amanda Seals was making. And you had these people that were going to argue with Amanda Seals. And they were reparations, black on black crime, systematic racism being a theory, black conservatism, not caring about the working class. And the last one was something that Amanda Seals just pulled from somebody, and it ended up being blacks leaving the Democratic Party. All of these topics, I feel like, yeah, girl, like, yeah, black on black crime, we've already debunk that. That's a myth. Like, we've already wrote about that. It's already a conversation. Why are we still talking about that? Reparations. Yes, black folks definitely deserve reparations. For if they were to get reparations, the whole economic system of the U.S. honestly will completely collapse. If we're being honest, the whole, not even just the U.S., but other will like cease to exist. They will go bankrupt. That's why they can't do it. That's why they can't do it. Systematic racism being a theory. Hello? Like, I'm looking, a theory? What? Black conservatisms do not care about the working class. They do not. They don't care about poor folks. We don't like poor people. We damn sure don't like black folks. Combine that, we get Captain Planet, okay? Captain Coon Planet. And you have these 20 black folks who are not well read, who did not come with research information to prove their things. It was just so easy for Amanda Seals to dismiss it. It was so easy for her to shut it off. One thing about Amanda Seals is self-centered. She's attention hungry. She's intelligent, and she knows how to command an audience. That was the perfect recipe. Like, this worked best for her. And I would not be surprised, given the reaction and how many views it's gotten and the attention, I would not be surprised if Jubilee brings Amanda Seals back or ends up doing a separate segment with just her. She's going to say yes, because these folks are not knowledgeable enough for this. I'm wondering, did they just pick 20 black raccoons and bring them in just random? Like, how did they choose these people? What made them qualified for this discussion? They were just angry. Like, they were just angry to curse out a liberal. And honestly, Amanda Seales having to disprove that she's not a liberal, like, was hilarious to me, because she kept saying, I'm not a black liberal. I'm not a liberal. I'm not a liberal. Terms and conditions may apply. The way these conversations carried on, you can just tell that these folks were more concerned with taking down a liberal, and she just so happens to be famous, than having that conversation. I will say that Amanda Seales was very prepared. The way she was able to pull facts and come with information, like the conversation about Tennessee and the law, like the way these things came to her, bravo, she ate that. The way these things came to her, it was just easy. Like, she was eating them. Baby, she was eating. And I just think that there was not much to eat because there was nothing really on the plate. Like, the folks who were coming to Amanda Seales were just not well read enough to go toe to toe with her. Like, what are we doing? You got folks racing to the chair. Like, I do kind of like the concept of the red flag thing. I thought that was smart, but folks having to run, like, what are we doing? And it's so messed up that the black pregnant woman was never able to get in on it. And she's a black conservative who is a woman who's pregnant. And you didn't get a chance to speak. Like, but this is the way. This is the way. I can't. I won't watch this again. I'm not interested in continuing this conversation because I think it doesn't do anything for us. You got folks on social media eating this up, and these things have been talked about. It's just, what are we doing? I don't think that this providing any more information for black folks to be able to take in and discuss. And I just think this was just lip service. It was fun. It was cute, cuddly stuff. We got this administration, Trump, doing all in his power to prove how powerful this system is, and how, to me, if he's able to enact and do these things, that means this stuff has always been flawed from the very beginning. If it's that easy to snatch our rights away, if it's that easy to turn this place into a police state and do, what does that say? If it's so easy for these things to happen, that means that the guardrails and things were never strong enough, because the reverse cannot happen. The reverse cannot happen. You can't discriminate on rich, wealthy folks. Like, it is always been property over people. Always been that. Since the 1800s, since the Industrial Revolution, since the Gilded Age, it's always been about that. Think about how many protests and strikes we've seen where the government has stepped in. Even Joe Biden have stepped in to prevent the loss of earnings and money when workers are saying, hey, I'm not being paid enough, like, we're going on strike. And how many times has the state or the federal government stepped in? Like, that's been happening since the Industrial Revolution. Like, it has always been property. Like, the American government, the U.S., serves the will of the wealthy, the rich, and the poor. Whenever we get some crumbs left, whenever they're done eating it. So I'm just not moved personally by this funny, cute situation. If we are truly living in a very dangerous time and all of our rights are being snatched right, left, and all in the middle, it doesn't seem like it. I guess maybe this was escapism for us to laugh at conservatives being ate up, and they're black conservatives who will no power. All these folks were working class people. None of them probably are rich and wealthy or powerful enough to influence anything. I'm not worried about black conservatives. Y'all actually mean nothing. I'm not worried about black conservatives. I'm not. Like, I don't think it's wrong for us to have conversations with folks, and it may change the minds of some, but I just don't think with this setup and this format, it's doing that. I think there is a way to have conversations with folks, because there are some black conservatives who could be called out and be like, you know what, she made sense with that, or they made sense with that, or he made sense with that. I didn't think about that. But the way this is formatted and the way this is set up, it is rage bait, it's click. The very notion of folks being excited to get attention and it's being brought up by both sides. Oh, you thought you was gonna go viral, says a lot. The fact that that's even a conversation, oh, y'all are trying to go viral, says a lot. It's not really about a conversation and learning. It's about going viral. That's why we had homegirl looking like Miss Frizzle on that Olay and Friends podcast, not a panel. That's why we had, what's her name? Ryan, I can't remember her name. Miss Frizzle with the fried wig. That's why you had her on there doing that, because she wanted to go viral. Like, these folks want social capital. They want attention. Like, they're not trying to get into a conversation and really exchange ideas, and they are trying to get attention. Homeboy from his family from Angola, baby, he was ready. Like, he was on ready to say, y'all blacks are annoying. That's all y'all do. Somebody made a comment about black folks. I think homegirl with the wet and wavy said something about Nigerians not twerking over in Nigeria. What? Like, they're not twerking and dancing. What are you talking about? Dancing and music is a part of everyone's culture, if we're being honest. And it's very specific if we're talking about, like, indigenous folks. Like, we see that. What are you talking about? Like, what's wrong with dancing? I'm watching the Gilded Age and they doing all this and dancing with the high booty waist thing, the bustle and rustle. Ain't nobody saying that they over here dancing it with the high booties, taking away all our taking all our money, Gavin, taking all of our coin, suffrage down, okay? Ain't nobody saying them white folks up there dancing and stuff. Y'all over here dancing and stuff while America is on fire. Hello? It's like, I can't. I don't want to share this with y'all. It's everywhere. Again, I'm not worried about black conservatives who hold no power, no visibility, no weight. And their argument is about black on black crime and video games and music from Little Von. Like, what are we saying? The leaving Democratic Party. Oh, I'm definitely here for that. As I am deep into the populist party that was trying to do this restructuring of America and the wealth that Republicans ultimately and rich, wealthy whites said, girl, no, we finna spend money. We finna tone this down. We finna get y'all. Even if you watch the Gilded Age, the way they wanted to suppress people who started to make sense and, hey, we are being exploited. Like, you should not be working 12 hours a day. We should not be working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week to make 40 hours and barely get a pay. We should not. But the more we start to think about that and the more we demand, they get nervous because they know that it's a lot of folks who they depend on for our labor. That's the main reason why that they wanted us to get back to work. That was the purpose of the COVID vaccine. Not to do anything else but make it safe enough for us to get back in the workforce, to get the numbers down so y'all can feel confident and going and spending money again and getting back to work, because America runs on Dunkin', okay? America runs off of capitalism, consuming. And I'm ready for real conversations. I'm not ready and willing to talk about black on black crime in 2025. I'm just not. But yeah, those are my thoughts. This was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. I just, my God, today, Homegirl really did her big one. Jubilee did her big one. She really did her big one, bringing Amanda Seales on here and getting all of the attention and having us go back. I will not be watching another episode, and that's my final answer. I mean, that's honestly what this was giving, the weakest link. And everybody who participated in this was the weakest link. Goodbye. Tell me your thoughts. Let me know what you felt about it in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.